Guitar versus piano. How to tell the difference. This is a PowerPoint presentation. It has come to my attention that many people are unaware of the differences between guitar and piano. So I've decided to take time out of my working and busy life to educate you on this topic. This is a standard Tuesday morning with my team hard at work. There are many differences between guitar and piano. Throughout this PowerPoint presentation, we will identify the key differences between guitar and piano, so the next time you find yourself in a situation where you need to differentiate between the two, you'll be ready. Comparison number 1. Can play chords. Guitar and piano are both harmonic instruments, meaning that you can play more than one note at a time. For this reason, both instruments are capable of playing chords. Comparison number 2. Screws. If you counted the number of screws visible in this picture, you'd find 33 screws, which is high. But for piano, we can see that there are very few screws here. So the number of screws for guitar is high, while piano is not particularly high. Comparison number 3. Strings. Most guitars have 6 strings. Some people are unaware that pianos also have strings. So what does this mean? It means that both instruments have strings. This is a PowerPoint presentation. Comparison number 4. Mass. The majority of experts agree that of the two instruments, piano yields a heavier mass. However, in the grand scheme of things, the difference is negligible as both instruments have a mass of less than 250,000 kilograms. Comparison number 5. Location. It is 98% true that every guitar and piano ever manufactured happened while on Earth. Comparison number 6. Involvement in 9/11. While we cannot say for certain whether or not guitars and or pianos played a part in 9/11, at this time we can conclude that it is unlikely. Comparison number 7. Date of inception. While nobody knows the exact date of when guitars and pianos were invented, many historians agree that it was many years ago. Comparison number 7. Likelihood of being offended. In this day and age, the likelihood of being offended in society is very high in general, but for guitar and piano specifically, the likelihood is negligible. This is a PowerPoint presentation. Conclusion. As we can see, there are very few differences between guitars and pianos. So the key thing to look for is the number of screws. I'd like to give a special thanks to our troops for making this PowerPoint presentation possible. Being away from the family is hard. Thank you for making sacrifices to keep us safe. You are braver men than I. And best of luck winning the war on COVID. This is a PowerPoint presentation. Guitar shifts! I hope you enjoyed that PowerPoint presentation that I spent an entire morning making. At this time, I want to announce that I am hiring. I'm looking for another guitar instructor for 52-week guitar player. If you play guitar and have 10 plus years experience, have a good knowledge of music theory, are not an idiot with technology, for example, you know how to screen record videos, you have a good digital guitar setup for Zoom and whatnot, etc. You can shred, you can improvise well over jazz standards, you have sales experience, and this isn't required, but we will teach you. Have teaching experience or have performance experience, then reach out by emailing brandon@52weekguitarplayer.com. Include your Instagram username in the email and explain your background and why you'd be a good fit for this job. The position will start out as part-time but lead to full-time, assuming we can teach you how to sell successfully. I understand it takes time to find someone good. So if you're watching this video a month or two after it was released, that doesn't necessarily mean that we filled the position. So I'd encourage you to apply anyway if you think you're a good fit. Now just leave! Okay? I don't want you here.